who am I and why I am here? So, hi, I am Andrea. I've been running my online business for the last 2 years, let's say, in a more serious way. And as an international subconscious therapist and coach, I devoted my last years to helping spiritual business women from all around the world who struggle with their money mindset to overcome it and make more money in their business. And alongside with that, I help them to create a successful business, make real changes in their finances, making money from doing what they love, guiding them to create generational wealth and make a bigger impact in the world through their work. So if I love something is I love to teach women how to create a relationship with money because I know that more money in women's hands will create more good in the world. So by changing our money mindset individually, we are also changing it collectively, and that's really huge. So let's talk today about how you can make all of this happen. If you're here, probably you want to create more wealth in your business, but maybe your current financial reality sounds a little bit like mine did 3 years ago. So I was working for 8 years in advertising agencies for as an art director, and no matter how many jobs I had or how much I stayed over, like until 12 at night or worked over the weekends, I still couldn't overcome the same financial plateau I was in. I would like, even if I had more money in my bank account, like a new payment would show up, my health needed some improvement, or my phone broke, and I went back to the same $1,000 in my bank account. And when the pandemic came, it was the first time in my life when I received a raise that helped me have for the first time more money in my bank account. But then the pandemic came and they cut our salary. So for I think 10 time I was back to the same financial plateau, and I was also working a lot, working nonstop. So my business, my body failed. I got into a really serious burnout and in a depression. And I realized that, oh my God, I am wasting my life working something that I don't like, doing something, receiving really not so much money and keeping myself low. And I knew I had my studies in psychology, and I decided, okay, I need to. And during this time, I was trying talk therapy for 5 years, and I was still stuck with money. I was still having the same toxic relationships. I couldn't like lose weight, and a lot of stuff that were repeating, cycles that were repeating in my life, and I couldn't overcome them. Like I always gave my last money on therapy just to see a new insight, just to see a little change in my life, but it was really hard. Like in 5 years I only managed to change a little bit of my reality. So I decided, okay, I'm going to try something different. And I remember that in psychology during the university, we learned about hypnosis and how it works with the subconscious mind. And coincidence or not, one of my girlfriends was doing hypnotherapy, and she was like, "Oh my God, this hypnotherapist changed my life. You need to see him." And I went to him, and I had like I have goosebumps. I don't know if you can see, but I had goosebumps from the first session. Like we started working with my unavailable partners, and this pattern of attracting unavailable partners. And from the first session we went back into the past, and we saw where this wound was creating when my parents decided to divorce, and I decided that love is not for me, and we went back and rewired that belief. And the next session we worked on the money mindset, and in just a few weeks and months, like my life had shifted completely. Like I broke up with the parent my third my with the partner I was with, and my third toxic relationship. I went to the bank, I took a loan, and I started my business. I started my studies again, studying hypnotherapy, because when I saw that you can have results from the first session, like I was sure that people need to know about this, because I was wasting so many years in talk therapy, and so much money and so much time and effort and frustration. I was almost to the point of wanting to give up. Like when I had my burnout, I was also almost to the point of being suicidal. And because I was really frustrated. Like, if I do all this effort and I'm going weekly to therapy and I'm investing like my last money every time, and I don't see any improvement, that means that it's something wrong with me and I will not succeed. And for me, this does not exist happiness or love. So when I saw that there is a tool that shifts your reality completely, I decided to learn it and to teach to other people as well. So that is my story. And basically, I shifted my life completely in just a few months with the help of subconscious reprogramming and hypnosis. And I started working, with more and more women over the time, and I saw that something is missing. The body is not taken into consideration. So I was observing my clients in hypnosis and saw that while they were accessing a really painful memory, they were like having contractions, or their body was feeling scared, or they had like trembling or different releases. So I said, okay, I need to work with the body as well, because hypnosis works with the subconscious mind. So now I need to add the body in the equation as well. So I started working with different international teachers that were body workers, and I learned different techniques. I also took a dance therapy course online, and I started to do embodiment sessions with my clients as well, like teaching them how to release the trauma from the body, how to breathe, how to dance, how to move. So introducing a whole new dimension. And the time has passed, and I worked with more and more clients, and I saw that something is missing again. I always had this belief that if I can find tools to really improve the experience of my clients and also my healing, I will be open all my life to try and learn new things. This was my commitment to myself. Like, how hypnosis exists in the world, in the same time and in the same way, other tools can exist that can really shift our reality. So I decided now. I heard about human design. I had a session. Like, for me, for example, I was like created a successful business online. I was really happy, but unfortunately, I was again burnout because I was working all the time. Like, I was waking up, doing a lot of marketing, sales for my business, and in the night I had my sessions. I was working like 16, 18 hours per day. So I felt something was off. I felt like I need to find my own way to create a successful business, like my own success recipe. And I heard that human design is exactly a system that can help you with understanding your innate gifts and tendencies and energies, but also your shadows and your challenges. And it can give you like a blueprint that can help you to take some steps and create a life and a business that feels good for you. And it's not only prosperous, because we can lead a prosperous business, but that doesn't mean it will last forever if it's not sustainable. So I tried human design, and again, from the first session, was like, oh my God, this, I need to learn this, because it explained how I am a projector and I have a finite amount of energy. level of energy, and I need to rest a lot. I need to I don't need to chase clients because my energy is attracting, and I need to be in my own power. And that's why sales calls, or going to people and trying to convince them about my work, never felt good for me, and it made me understand why was that happening. So a lot of things made sense. So I started working and learning human design as well. I took a course and I started applying with my clients. So as you can see, over the years, my process really did improve, and a lot of all these new dimensions, all these new directions brought new dimensions in my work. So as I say, that's for my training. I have a BA in psychology and a master's degrees in business psychology, and I'm certified in hypnotherapy, dance therapy, art therapy, personal development counseling, access consciousness, and inner child therapy. So I know a thing or two about shifting your financial mindset. And by the way, this is coming from someone that is, as I said, coming from a not so financially gifted family with a lot of limiting beliefs around money. Like my parents used to have it all, like have all the beliefs around money. They were envious about rich people. They were always putting money aside, never spending on pleasure. They would like pleasure was associated with luxury, and we don't need that because we need only to spend on what's basic and for survival. They also believe in money doesn't grow on trees, and you need to work hard for money. My father worked like 3 jobs all his life, and he never had money. Like I learned it. If it was someone with a chance of not succeeding and of improving their money mindset, I think I could win the contest. So I want to give you a little bit of hope, of even if you feel blocked, or even if you feel that there is no hope, or even if you feel that you're working for so many years and you're still at the same financial plateau, or if you're coming from like a low income country or family, changing your money mindset is really possible. And I also lived in Romania, where there were a lot of, even like religious beliefs around money, limiting beliefs, and cultural and societal beliefs around money. And around me, there were no friends or, family that would have a business or would change their money mindset. They were all like, believing that we need to work hard for money, so you need to sacrifice your life to have just for the bare necessities. And that's why that's generated for me to be in debt for almost all my entire life. I never knew how to make money. I never understood the energy of money. I was always struggling, like receiving money, spending money, and then again working my ass off to make more money, to just make ends meet. And for example, one of the patterns I had, like every time I would receive a new amount of money, I would spend everything in my bank account, and then feeling guilty for it because I would never have more money to spend. So when I had more money, it felt so uncomfortable to have that amount in my bank account that I would, try to escape from it and spend it really fast. And since I started working with my money mindset, basically my whole reality shifted. I started, you know, helping my family with money. Every time I'm going and visiting my mother, I'm giving her money. I also donated to the causes I really care about. And I created a business that I'm so obsessed with that even at night I dream of how can I create better content? How even last night I thought like all night, how can I do this presentation better? How can I serve you in a better way? And not because I'm, obsessed in a bad way, or because I feel that I need to work hard, but because I love what I do, when I see changes in women's life and I see their whole businesses change, like that's for me, it's like heaven. Because I know that when they change their money mindset, they can help their family, they can change their reality, they can help more people in the world. So it's like a ripple effect. And I also helped, as I said, thousands of women from all around the world to make more money. I traveled the world and lived in my favorite countries. This year, I lived again in Tenerife for almost 2 months, while it was winter here in my country. Uh, I've spread my work internationally and proved to everyone I met that you can completely shift your money mindset. And my mission, as I said, is I really want for more women to have money. I want more money in the hands of women because in my family, the women in my family never had money and they were always struggle. And I want to show a different reality. I want all of us to have a successful business and to get into our next wealth level because, as I said, collectively, we can create a better world. And why, as I said, when I help a woman make more money, I also help her to invest in other women, to donate in charity, to help her family and friends succeed and live a better life, and to leave behind a generational wealth in the hands of women even more powerful that will continue this work of changing the world through wealth. So that's the reason why I wake up every day really excited and keep showing up in my business.